It's been around 11 days since I uploaded a video. So I think I'm just going to go over a market analysis today. Today is Friday. We're heading into the weekend, and as you know, on weekends there is a lot less volume, which means there is usually it's a lot riskier to place a trade on any asset. And I am currently in a winning trade as of right now. It hasn't taken the first take profit yet. I got in up here, and my first take profit is at this weekly fib on Bitcoin. As you can see right here is the trade I'm currently in, up a couple $100, and not the worst entry for sure. Take profit, still waiting for that. We'll see if it comes in today or not. Yeah, it's been 11 days since I uploaded. So I'm going to do a top-down analysis today. I really just had to take a step back in this volatile market and do my own thing for a minute. And now we're coming in. I'm starting to DCA, which means dollar cost average, in every week. So every Sunday or Monday, I look at the charts, is when I put in a certain amount of money every Sunday or Monday during this drop as we continue down. We're kind of just ranging above and under 30K right now. And if we lose this level, it could be a pretty, if we lose this level and the May bottom, so if I, actually we already all lost the May bottom, but on Ethereum, we got the May bottom here. We got quite a ways to go down. I highly doubt, I don't highly doubt, I don't think we're going to come down too much more, but we've already seen moves like this play out, so I wouldn't be surprised if it does happen, and we just got to be ready for it. So what I'm seeing right now on the daily, we have a confirmed momentum apex, which, momentum heading up on the daily time frame is bullish, but remember we are in a massive bear trend, so we want to be looking for bearish signals, not bullish signals, and we need to just keep bullish signals in our back pocket just in case. So actually on the daily time frame, what is bullish about this is we have momentum heading up, we have money flow looking like a little hitch on it, and we have VWAP headed up, and we got a little bit of a RSI trending up here. That's a lot of ups on the daily, right? Which is why we are in a consolidation right now because of such the heavy downtrend, and now we have all these little bullish signals keeping us afloat. But as you can see on the macro level, everything is coming down. Obviously, momentum is still below the zero line, still bearish. RSI is trending lower. This might just be a lower high, This plane right here could just be another plane right here. Could come up and then come back down to the zero line. Plane even lower. It's always possible. And in this bear trend, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for this momentum to consolidate just enough to give us enough sell power to trigger a bearish apex downwards, because we're trading with the trend. We're trying to trade with the trend here, as always. Money flow still making lower lows. Even if it's hitching right now, it's still a lower low, thick in the red, right? Money's gone. Let's zoom in. Actually, let's zoom out. Let's go to the monthly. So the monthly, I'm pretty sure I pointed this out in previous videos. I'm fairly certain I have. But this hell step formation has finally basically played out. And what is a hell step formation? This is a hell step formation where it makes that H, right? So these are the ghost candles, right? It makes that H pattern. We see that on every time frame. There's always a hell step when it's coming down, like right here. This is the weekly. what do we see right there? Like, yeah, we have obviously a downwards channel on this, but it also came down and made that H to complete that channel, right? So this is just a pattern I've been noticing for like ever on pretty much any time frame. So the monthly is, we still got a few days. We got 11 days before the monthly candle closes, and if it closes, it's going to confirm this bearish EMA super trend cross. We also have increasing bearish DBSI, and we are not at a trend. So something I learned recently, so I'm still learning, something I learned recently with DBSI is that you can take all of the values on one side of the chart and pit them against all of the values on the other side of the chart to make a trend, right? So the values don't go that too far back, right? And we can see that we're at the top here. We got 10, 20, 30, 40, 40, around 40, 50 points on the bottom, and we got 10, 20, 30, more than 50, way more than 50 at the top. So we have more bearish totality on top than we do on bottom, just with some quick math, just by looking at the totality of the points. So bearish totality on top. We have CryptoFace has been pointing this out as well. It's not very visible on the Coinbase chart. We'd have to go to Bitstamp to see any farther back, but we can see that momentum is coming out, right? We had that momentum divergence right there playing out. We got the bearish EMA cross, momentum super low. It's probably going, it's more likely it could come down, touch the zero, and come back up, kind of like this did right here. Touched it, came back up. Possible. But more than likely, it's going to come under at some point and give us some sort of apex underneath the zero line, whether that's a giant anchor wave down here or whether it's just a little tight bullish trigger wave. Who knows? We have RSI coming down strong, right? It's not gapped, it's strong still. Finally, we have both RSIs on Coinbase. Long enough history to see a decent trend. Obviously, we want more data than this, so Bitstamp is a better chart to look at if you want more data for the monthly. I'll show you. So we're going to go to Bitstamp. And as we can see, same stuff is happening here, but we have more candles, more data, we have more data. And even on here, still strong RSIs. Money flow, definitely. You can see how it's curving coming out. VWAP seems to be getting lower too. Anyways, weekly in the red. That's pretty bearish, right? Every time the weekly comes into the red, especially where it is now, was just at this dump, right? That dump, 40%. Back here came into the red, same price, another dump. Wow, that's crazy. 50%. This is back when Bitcoin was like $2, $10. Wow, that's crazy. And yeah, we can see how RSI is trending lower. Momentum still low, still in the red, still hasn't apexed. So momentum bearish, RSI bearish, money flow bearish. That's a lot of bearish points, right? Let's look at the confluence on the alpha cipher. We got definitely, I can just see by giving a quick look at the numbers here that there's definitely more totality on top, and we got there was increasing bearish DBSI. Now it seems to maybe be letting off a little bit here. But as you can see, it can let off and then dump. So it's not telling us too much, but it's still bearish, still 16 to -2 for the current candle, the current week. I'm going to skim down a little bit here. Finally getting oversold RSIs on the 4-day. Definitely you can see that money flow sapping. You can see the RSI trend down. And the momentum is sticking to this side of the oscillator. This side of the 0 line. 3-day. Got a green dot. Never trade off of just one green dot. Just because there's a green dot doesn't mean anything. I mean, it could mean something. Just like right here, this green dot ended up being pretty much the bottom, which can happen here as well. I'm not saying it can't happen, but you want it in confluence, right? So this green dot ended up trending up over the next few months. We saw how RSI started trending up, money flow, not money flow, momentum started trending up. So there were some other indicators there to give us, because we actually hit this long. This was before I created the channel, and we actually hit that long, mostly based off the daily chart, where we saw how money flow was definitely increasing, momentum was increasing, RSI was increasing. So we took the trade around here, and it made fantastic profit. Actually, no, it wasn't around here. It was around here. Sorry. Made fantastic profits on that, and then closed our trades near the top because we saw the higher time frames, the weekly, not panning out the way we wanted to see it. Especially with that 365 exponential moving average right here. The fact that we came over it, I was really hyped, really bullish about that, and then I saw us go back under, and I was like, oh, okay, yep. And then we were trading at resistance. That gave me the signal to really close my trades up there, and we've been down ever since. So zooming on the 12-hour, we see the VWAP cutting down, so we might have some potential for, yeah, we see the blue, we see a little blue coming back. We do see RSI's trending up, money flow trying to trend up. Momentum it's a desert. You can see how it's a desert on this side. There's one little cacti right here, and that if you got in on that cacti, you'd be up pretty good. 40%, yeah. So momentum still definitely bearish. RSIs are still low, 0 to 100, they're still low. Even if they're trending slightly higher with this consolidation, still pretty low. Look at that. So this is the 6-hour. We got momentum creating lower lows. We have an apex right here. Super tight sell power trigger wave with these stochastically gapped RSIs. Obviously, they're not looking too strong either. Sure, they are trending up a little bit, but this stochastic, they at least have to come back together. And like I've said in previous videos, that either means that the market has to pump to meet equilibrium with the purple RSI, or more than likely the purple RSI has to dump to meet equilibrium with the color-coded RSI. So more than likely we're going to dump a little bit here. I'm already in my shorts. I just showed you already in the video. How did I get into these shorts? I did it based on the 1 hour. I kind of jumped the gun a little bit, but it ended up working out pretty well. So I saw how every single time in a bear trend, you want to look for the money flow coming up. See, obviously, money flow comes in, right? And you can see it trending upwards, and the price follows, but I'm not longing off of this because we're in a bear trend. Even though this was like the exact bottom, so you would have had a really good return on that long. That's like 20% actually. Yeah, close to it. But generally, you don't really want to be longing these in a bear trend. What you want to do is you want to wait for it to come up into the green and use that as a short opportunity. So that's what I did. I saw this coming up. It kind of touched right here, and I'm pretty sure on Ethereum it went up. Nope. Okay, never mind. Talking about nothing. But anyways, I saw it trending up. I jumped the gun because I saw the momentum was decreasing and we had already pumped. So somewhere around here on one of these pumps, I put in my position, and we're down pretty good. I'm in pretty good profits right now. I haven't taken any profits yet because I have a target, which is this weekly Fibonacci level. And on Ethereum, I have a target as well, which is this weekly Fibonacci level. They happen to be around the same around the same place. That's where I'm taking profits, and I'm locking in my trade then and there. So overall, I'm still bearish on the market. Things still have room to go down. Any time frame earlier than an hour, you're really looking at where to enter your trade. So I entered somewhere near the top of this money flow, and maybe even the top of this one, I think. So it came up. I had a stop loss at pretty high up here. I think it was like 3,100. I think it was at the above the top of this, so 3,100, 31.6 maybe. Pretty far away. Very low leverage trade, but we're still up a couple $100, and that's how we like it. And in this market, you have to use lower leverage because the moves are bigger percentage. This move that just jumped right here that I hit, 5%, right? So only on what, 2x leverage, that's still like 10%. That's a crazy move, but this is normal. Look, every single move is 5-10% that's what you're gonna get out of it. So, and in a short, you really gotta be in and out. You gotta lock in those trades, which is why I'm very hesitant about this trade right now, is because we've come straight down and we haven't hit my take profit yet, which is not what I want to see, but it's better than not being in the profit right now, right? So I think the odds are in my favor that it's going to come down and hit. If it doesn't, or if it just kind of shadows it like this, or almost touches it, I'm just going to move my take profit up, take the money, lock in the trade. I might even just lock it in right now, just so I don't have the risk. And by locking it in, I'll do it with it just to show you how it's done. So here's my entry. My entry on Bitcoin was 30,200 basically, and my stop loss is 31,500. So to lock in profits means I take the stop loss and I put it in front of my trade. So now if the market $1 billion just buys in right here, boom, shoots back up, straight wick, it's gonna stop me out in the profit. It's impossible for me not to make money off this trade. It's at least, I mean, there's fees and all that, but I'm using such a low leverage that fees are negligible. And I limited in this, and it will be a limit out for the take profits that I have set. But stop losses are market orders, so you gotta watch out for that, especially if you're using higher leverage, which I would not be using in these times right now, because you would 4%. That's 10x leverage is 40. If you're using anything higher than 10, 20x leverage, 80%. Geez, that is insane amounts of moves, right? And it's just too volatile, too wicky to be using that level of risk right now. Like I'm battling myself not to use, like I'm using 4x on this trade, and that's a lot. That's a lot of leverage right now. I'm gonna lock that one into Ethereum moves a lot more than Bitcoin too, so I have the higher leverage on the more moving trade, and I got in at a lower position on this one too. I got in somewhere around here, so I'm just gonna lock it in. That's fine. So yeah, that's all I really have for today. I think the trend for the weekend is going to be bearish, as that's what it kind of seems like it's leaning towards right now. If it ends up not being, generally what happens on the weekend is the opposite on market open. So if we go down bearish this weekend, look on Monday for it to be bullish. And if it's bullish this weekend, look for it to be bearish on Monday. That has been the trend recently for the past few months. CryptoFace has been saying this over and over again basically every other week. He's been reminding us of it, and it's pretty much what has been happening. The one time it really didn't play out like that was during the massive dump, right? So the last time I made my videos 11 days ago was during this. This was a Monday, right? During market open, we pumped and I longed right here and I made a good amount of money. I locked in my profits and then immediately after that, we dumped, which is great. We like these lower prices. This is going to give us a chance to, like I'm doing right now, dollar cost average in and start accumulating more crypto at lower prices. People just a year ago would have killed to have these prices, but they're gone now. They've all been liquidated. They've all been scared away. They all got scared away back here. Maybe a couple of them came back, and then they're gone, right? They were all, I wish I got in at 30K. Oh, and they're gone. Oh man, I wish I really bought it when it. Oh, and they're gone. And now there's no one here. There's no one left. They're all gone. It's just us. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing because we're the ones buying, we're the ones accumulating as we continue lower, buying and accumulating, however low it goes. And when we come back, we're going to be the ones on top. And that's what matters. See y'all in the next one.